Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about like an important topic once again, and I think this is something like everyone can be affected, especially who plays like competitive games, and that's being tilted, right? Being tilted is like one of the things like everyone experienced, especially in like Pokemon Unite. So I want to talk about this like topic because I think it's like kind of important. Let's just first start with like, why are we even tilted at like playing games, right? Especially like competitive games. So in competitive games, right, it always comes down to like what your goal is like in a game. When it comes to competition in competitive games, there's always like one thing which is like super important to like everyone who plays competitive games. And that's about like winning and losing. Winning and losing is like the biggest factor people start to tilt. So let me explain. When you only care about like winning and losing, then you only have like one goal when it comes to like being competitive. And that's like winning, right? Winning is like the biggest factor if you're like really competitive. If this is like the only goal you kind of have, then everything else which is like blocking your pathway to victory is going to be like an inconvenience to you. And the more inconveniences you have, the more you're going to be annoyed. These parts of annoyances can stack up to you being like super tilted at the game. That's like usually like one example why people would tilt. I think having a good mentality is like one of the best thing you can have to make a lot of progress. And being tilted is something which will stop or hinder like your progress and getting better like individually. That's what I want to talk about. When it comes to competitive games, especially like people who are like competitive at Unite, there are like different factors which can like tilt a person. Those things are, first of all, teammates, experiencing unbalanced patches, broken mon especially, matchmaking, it can be your own performance, or like we already said, it's just like losing. Those are usually like the common factor why a person would actually like re-tilt to a point where they want to like break the monitor or whatever, right? Or a wall. That's why we're gonna talk about like how to deal with these things, because I think there are a lot of people who still like the game a lot, and I kind of want to help them to not tilt a lot by playing this game, because to me it's important that people enjoy the game, right? No matter like the circumstances, because I still enjoy the game. I play a lot of like SoloQ and stuff. The first thing how to deal with tilt is like, it's like identifying your problems why you even like tilt, right? We can bring back like the different factor we mentioned before. We have like teammates, experiencing unbalanced patches, matchmaking, own performance, or losing and winning, right? These factors are usually like the trigger to tilt you. And if you can identify your problems, it's easier to find like solution. I think we can talk about the different solutions probably in like different videos, but we can take like some example here. I think we can take teammates, right? Teammates is like one of the most common thing when it comes to this game, right? Since there's like no really like skill-based matchmaking in this game, having bad teammates outshine like the good teammates in quantity. A lot of people care about like teammates, but at the end, why would you even care about teammates? Now people are gonna come to me and be like, it's a team game with like 5 versus 5, right? And your teammates are like one of you. But like if you wanna play the game and you wanna get better, teammates shouldn't be in your radar. What I mean is like, you're the one who wants to like get better, right? Not your teammates. The thing is like, you want to learn how to be the carrier and like a better player than like most of them. And if you focus on like teammates too much, you will likely focus less on yourself. And that's like what a lot of people like forget. Focusing on yourself rather than teammates is that what matters the most. Because like in SoloQ, for example, you try to get like better at your individual skills, right? In order to become better, it's not about like having good teammates. It's about you having like better individual skills. And even if you have like good teammates, right? And for example, you think your skills are like great, but like at the end you're gonna realize like skills are not that great compared to like the better people, right? Your confidence is gonna drop so fast, you will most likely like kind of stop playing the game. That's why it's really important to focus on yourself. Like that's all that matters. Like even in your life, like you have to focus on yourself to like be successful in the future. You're the one who wants to like learn how to carry a game, and you want to be the one people want to rely on when they actually like play with you. If your individual skills are not that great and you play with people who are like better than you, the better people will never trust you. If your individual skills are like way better, random people who are like actually really good, they know they can rely on you when they play with you together, right? That's all that matters, not like your teammates. At the end, you want to be one people can rely on, so you can have like proper synergy together. But yeah, this was only one example. We could talk about a lot more stuff. Otherwise, how are the other ways to deal with tilt? First of all, it's not all about winning and losing, alright? If you have only the goal of like winning, like everything we already mentioned is gonna like tilt you. That's why it's important to find like different goals you wanna achieve in this game. And I'm not talking only about winning and losing. Like no one cares about winning and losing at the end. People are being judged for like winning and losing, but at the end, it doesn't really matter. People can judge you how much you want, but like at the end, you're responsible for yourself. Like not the people are responsible for you. That's the biggest difference. And finding like different goals in this game is like so important. Why is it important? Because you can like focus on like different stuff than just like winning and losing. With like the more goals you have on the game, the more you're gonna like rather focus on like these different goals. So that means like you always have like stuff to work on. Learning is like a never-ending process. Learning like literally never ends, like in anything. If you think you're like great and the best, your motivation for learning anything is gonna stop completely, right? And then you're gonna be like on the same skill level as like before. You wanna become like a better player, right? Not just like someone who's just gonna like stay at the same place. And if you have the thought of like always wanna learn something, that means like your progress and skill level are gonna evolve like positively. These things I mentioned means like you have to get out of your comfort zone. If you stay in your bubble, you are not gonna make progress as like individual human being in general, right? If you go out of your comfort zone, you're gonna gain more knowledge, and knowledge is all that you need. The more knowledge you have about certain things, the better your individual skills are gonna be. What do I wanna say with everything? What I wanna say is like having different goals in this game is gonna make you focus on different stuff than just like being affected by tilt, because you have like different stuff to like focus on and keep going. And yeah, the last thing I want to talk is like when to take a break when you're tilted, right? First of all, being tilted means you're gonna make irrational decisions. That means like you're gonna make stupid plays and like stupid decisions, which can like ruin the whole match. That's what you already have to like acknowledge for yourself. It's always okay to take a break, right? The game is not gonna run away. Taking a break in the game is like always like really good. When you take a break, it's probably like really good to think about like what goal you wanna achieve playing the game. If you have no goals in the game, like we already mentioned, then your path to like getting better as like individual is gonna be really hard, because you have like no stone to grab on the mountain to like climb higher. If you have a lot of goals, like different goals you wanna achieve and learn, then there are gonna be like a lot of stones on the mountain which help you to be a better player in general. I think the topic of a tilt is like so big, we could talk about like quite a lot, but I think giving you an example and like maybe some solutions might help. But yeah, otherwise that's it for me. I appreciate everyone being here as always, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye. Bye bye.